Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Enjin coin. Obviously a coin that was recently listed on the Coinbase marketplace, or exchange I should say, but it's one of those coins that we definitely talk about quite a lot on this channel. So if you guys are interested in the Enjin coin, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. So to start off, I want to talk more about the market cap being that $2.1 billion, the volume only being 366 million in the last 24 hours, and the circulating supply being 834.3 million Enjin. So right now we're looking at pretty good stats across Enjin. We're seeing that the Enjin coin itself is an Ethereum token that aims to make it easy for individuals, businesses, and brands to use non-fungible tokens or NFTs. Enjin is used to directly back the value of NFTs minted with the Enjin ecosystem. So if you guys don't know much about Enjin, I do want to go to their website or their Twitter first. We'll jump to their website here in a second. But I want to give you guys a brief overview of some of the things they've just recently talked about, as well as their overview of really what Enjin is trying to accomplish and why their coin has continued to be valued above that $2 mark. We're continuing to see JumpNet has given the Enjin ecosystem a shot to the arm. More than 50 projects are actively working on their JumpNet integrations and using the network to mint and distribute NFTs without gas fees. So this is massive. Obviously, if you click on the actual article itself, you'll come to the article. Enjin's new POA blockchain JumpNet counts 50 NFT projects weeks after launch. So you're seeing a lot of projects jump on the Enjin marketplace, or the Enjin, JumpNet itself, as soon as it released, really. And a lot of people understanding that there's a massive potential behind it. They understand that it's easy to use. And obviously, like they said, the zero gas fees is going to be a big part of it. So we see JumpNet, an innovative gas-free blockchain created by Enjin, has recorded more than 50 NFT projects launched in the ecosystem just 2 weeks after it launched. Enjin launched the early access version of the blockchain on April 6. According to developers, Enjin JumpNet is a fast proof of authority POA blockchain leveraging and distribution minting of non-fungible tokens NFT with zero gas fee charges. So that's going to be a massive seller. Obviously a massive sell point itself right there in its own, being that, fee charges there at the end. But we talk about, why Enjin's so important. And actually they just tweeted 13 minutes ago to billions and billions of NFT later, what is going to be a good hold value and why. So what NFT is really going to be, still worthwhile, and why is that NFT still going to be worthwhile? Well, Enjin says utility and access are the key and at the heart of our ecosystem. So they talk more about how, utility and access. They continue to talk about how that's important to a lot of people holding NFTs, and we continue to see that as actually a very, very, a positive response from Enjin, because we understand that that's exactly what they are able to do. And they talk about, if you go to their website, you can see next-gen NFTs for everyone, products that make it easy for individuals, businesses, and brands to use non-fungible tokens of the future. So we're continuing to see this price on Enjin itself kind of decrease. Obviously, the market crash didn't help the situation, but we did see it go much lower. We saw it go to about 226, and now we're already stabilizing out, hopefully around this 248 mark. Do remember, guys, we were at 211 April 7th, so this really didn't do much for us. If you were in before April 7th, you were still looking around that 250 mark as well, so you're not down too much. So Enjin's still looking very positive. I think there's a very good outlook on Enjin. Do remember, like I said, there's a lot of projects right now taking a lot of these investors' money, specifically Dogecoin, SafeMoon, things like that won't last forever, and they will eventually come crashing down after people make some money. So we're going to see projects like Enjin, projects that have real-world use. They are going to get a majority of that money, as people are looking for more real long-term investing opportunities when they jump into crypto for the first time, or if they've been here for a while, they're still looking for those long-term investment opportunities. And I think Enjin's going to be a great one to invest in for the long term. We see it right now at that $2.48 mark. Do remember, like I said, this is right after our crash, and this was right after that $4 all-time high that we came from the Coinbase effect, where we had a massive pump, and now obviously a dip after the Coinbase effect, like usual, and then we're also seeing that coin market crash in general. So, two crashes in together, we see, pretty much an Enjin go down to 228. But I do remember, guys, we already back at 248, so that's a positive. We're seeing, Enjin really trying to fight back against this, current that's really pushing against it. If we take a look at the actual website itself, if you go down a little bit more, powered by Enjin, they are discovering pioneering blockchain projects created by talented developers and forward-thinking companies across the world. This includes things like Age of Rust, Azure Heroes, The Six Dragons, and a bunch of different games as well. So we're going to continue down a little bit more. So they talk about the next generation blockchain for NFTs, how it's scalable, decentralized cross-chain network designed to bring non-fungible tokens to everyone. And then they talk about how why Enjin really, and you can learn how as well. Go to enjin.io. Do remember, guys, to do your own research before investing. I am not a financial advisor. I will never give you guys financial advice. So it's very important to make sure you're doing your due diligence, making sure the coin is one of those coins that has a long-term value and there's a reason to invest in it for the real-world purpose, as well as long-term future. I do want you guys to succeed, so I am always going to be trying to cover the coins that I think will do the best in the future. I think Enjin's going to do great. I think we will have this time where we're going to be stabilized out for a little bit, but I think we will increase over time, and we're going to continue to see increases in profits through the rest of the couple months before we see the end of 2021. We will be doing price predictions for April, May in 2021 here in just a second, so stay tuned for that. As we jump into trusted by millions, millions of people use Enjin products to manage, create, and trade fungible and non-fungible tokens. 1.8 million plus wallets installed, 1.1 billion created assets, 44 million marketplace volume in Enjin. So like I said, there's a huge kind of outcry for Enjin right now. People understanding that Enjin is massive. They did have an AMA with Enjin. Oki X did have an AMA with Enjin. They talk more about the project here, and this is a great way to learn more about their project and their vision and what they're trying to accomplish as a whole. And I definitely suggest taking a look here before investing into Enjin, as I always think you should do all your research possible and available to you before investing. So another thing you can do is obviously go to their Twitter account and follow them like I have. I will try to give you guys, this information as quickly as possible and retweet, anything huge that I think will impact prices. I'll try to retweet those, at least favorite them, so you should be able to see them in that way. But let's go back to the actual price chart itself and give it a quick refresh and see if we have any new updated prices. So we do see it's actually in the 24 hours. Now it's in the gainers list. So we're seeing it at that $2.50. A lot of people understanding that, Enjin is here to stay. It's not one of those coins that is unreliable. It has a lot of potential behind it. We saw it at $2.18 April 20th at 3:10 a.m. We're already seeing it, up 32 cents since then. So a very good increase for Enjin as we continue to see it kind of stabilize around this 250 cent range that we've seen today. So we'll continue to see if that happens. You have to remember why this pump was here. Obviously, the Coinbase effect makes this look like a kind of random chart that you can't really understand. I'll tell you right now, this is just straight up the Coinbase effect plus a market crash combined together to make this kind of look a little bit confusing. Do you remember we were on the uptrend for quite some time? If you look at the 1 year span, you can see we had minor increases in January and February. Going into March, we had massive increases, and then we had just a little bit of a correction, and then what happened, like I said, Coinbase effect plus market crash. We're going to continue to see Enjin increase, in my opinion. Jumping into April's price predictions, I think Enjin could easily become a $2.80 $3 coin by the end of it. Do remember, there's a lot going on in April right now. So I am going to keep my price predictions on the conservative side, more realistic and honest with you guys as possible. I like to, stay away from that 100x potential, that everyone talks about. Everything's got 100x potential. I want to just talk about where I think it'll be and be realistic with it, not just say, it'll be $100 by the end of the year. No, Enjin's not going to make it to $100 by the end of the year, unfortunately. But you know what it is going to do is very solid, slow but steady increases throughout the rest of the year. I think 280 is a reasonable price prediction for Enjin by the end of this month. I think it could definitely do more than that, but jumping into May, I think we will continue to see increases, and I think we could easily pass this $4 by the end of May. I think we could see it right around $4 as a stabilization, but I do think we'll be about $4.50 as an all-time high in the end of May. That's my hope for a price target for May. And jumping into 2021, the end of 2021, I should say, going into 2022, we'll see Enjin right around a $16 price point. I think we'll see it close to a $17 price point. About $16.75 is an all-time high, $16.50, $16.20, right around that range for a stabilization, which would be a great increase, almost an 7 to 8x potentially. I think about 6 to 7x is more likely. I think that's definitely a possibility as the market cap is fairly low yet. We could easily see it make its way, to that $12 billion market cap fairly easily, as well as that $14 billion market cap. With all these new investors coming in as well, we already see some projects past that point. If we go to prices and we take a look at, projects around that $14 to $16 billion price point, we have things like VeChain already there, way past there actually at that 15.7. It's past that 14. But Stellar Lumen's very close to that $14 billion market cap as well. So we're seeing, where we think that, Enjin could make it by the end of 2021. And I think it's definitely a possibility that we see it right around that $14 mark. So we'll continue to watch Enjin. So if you guys, like I said before, if you guys like Enjin, if you guys enjoy Enjin, if you want to see price predictions on Enjin realistically and, conservatively, then subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, like the video, and leave me a comment. Let me know where you guys think you'll see Enjin here coming up in 2022. Let me see. Do you guys think this is going to be more of a short-term hold, or do you guys are going to hold this one long-term? And like I said, where do you guys see it being? Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys all in the next video.